Welcome to the Morning Swim Show for Friday, August 12th, 2011. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Fenice Monitor today, we'll talk to Alison Terry and her husband, Alan Voisard. They have extensive backgrounds in swimming, and now they're involved with a new nationwide swim clinic for disabled athletes. Alison and Alan join us right now in the Fenice Monitor from San Diego. Hey guys, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thank you.
Good, thanks.
Very good out here.
All right, so tell us about this clinic.
You go first.
Okay. We are working with Challenge Athletes Foundation, and our clinic is a national outreach program that looks at serving a community that either has some form of disability, from amputation, paras, quads, and actually visually impaired as well. And this outreach program looks at first introducing the concept of swimming for most athletes as an option, or facilitating people who have already swam but now lost maybe an arm or a leg and would like to return to it and create an environment that's positive and move them forward in their fitness.
Now, is the goal so that they can go on to be, try out for the Paralympics, or so that they can just be on their high school swim team, or both?
Actually, both, Peter. We want people to come to our clinics that have various skills and abilities. So you could be a beginner, or you could be an aspiring Paralympian, or want to try out for your high school swim team or USA Swim Year-Round program. So we really want people to be empowered about understanding the resources and opportunities that are available for them.
That's about broadening the base. I mean, the more swimmers, no matter what your physical ability, the better for the sport.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Now, you guys both have, as I mentioned, a lot of history with swimming. I mean, Alan, you were the first guy to do the so-called triple crown of open water swims. So we know you're crazy. Allison, you've been a long-time swimmer, and you guys have both coached. What are these kids? What do you tell them about what you guys have done with swimming?
Why don't you go first?
Most of the time, we have our accolades, both of us, but we really try and move the idea away from us and actually look at just the motivational part of, fitness and wellness in serving a lot of the youth out there, that a lot of children have access to pools, but either their parents have fears for their children not to be in there because their parents haven't even considered, like, if you lose both of your legs, that swimming would be an option, or if you're a paraplegic and you have no use of your lower legs, that would be an option. So we really try and move the focus back onto the individuals. What do you think, Alison?
Yeah, I agree. However, our accolades are definitely a selling point to get people to our clinics and have the parents' trust and the kids' trust. So it does make a difference that we've had this experience in our field of aquatics.
That's an interesting point, Alan, about the parent fear factor. I mean, they're probably worried about their kids, not being able to do sports and not being able to be like the other kids. But this is probably really eye-opening for them when they see that they can do this.
Actually it is. We have a young man we've been working with for some time that is attempting the Paralympic swim trials. His name's Roderick School, and his mother, doesn't swim, and so a lot of times this gets passed on, and so you have a situation where she wanted to make sure he could swim, and actually he's a phenomenal swimmer. He just finished swimming at nationals in Auburn, and people were just amazed to see. I think he went a minute 20 for his 100-meter freestyle, and he's got a long ways to go, by the way, but it was just amazing, first of all, to see an African American, which is unique in his community, to swim, and secondly, someone with no legs swimming as well as he was doing, and everybody was in awe. And most of the times when children, well, he's 19 now, or these young adults, they want to really get the message across, like, well, I'm just like you. I love the sport. I want to swim.
You've already done a clinic in New York, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
One this weekend in Chicago.
Yes.
Yes.
What beyond that?
We're going out your way. We're going to Tucson in September, and then we have a couple here in San Diego. But the goal really is to hit diverse areas of the nation throughout the year. So we have a 5-year plan right now to, go to Raleigh, North Carolina, to go to Tucson, to go to Chicago, to go to Atlanta, hopefully. And we want to keep hitting these communities because there's such a great need, and we're so passionate. So we want to keep going. I mean, we'll do as many as we can.
How can people find out more?
A couple ways. They can go to the challengeathletes.org website and click on what we do, and then go to Catch a Rising Star. That's the name of these clinics. They can learn about all the upcoming clinics for this year throughout 2011, or they can just call Challenge Athletes directly.
You guys must be having a blast.
Yes, actually, also, we are in the makings of putting together an educational series for the individual or coaches who are interested in how, I guess, our methodology or some of the tricks we use to get people to swim with specific disabilities, and hopefully that'll be up in a couple weeks. The first one, I think, is going to be on single arm.
Give us like a hint. I mean, what is like one specific trick? If somebody's just watching this and they're not going to be able to make it to one of the clinics, but what's one simple tip you can give to get them more comfortable with the water?
Number one, get in with somebody that you trust. So know your abilities. You might just start either, on the side of the pool, but really what we're working with is, number one, it's just stability and learning how those sculling motions help you stabilize your body. It really kind of depends, I think, on what level you're coming into the water with. Wouldn't you agree?
Agree.
But number one is just be safe, number one. And then number two, really work on stability. And usually that, sculling motions, what we teach first.
Yeah, so we can create an open airway and support, and once the individual, if they have use of their hands, or we use flotation, can create that buoyancy or that balance and keep an open airway, and then it becomes a really positive experience.
Well, what a neat idea you guys are involved with. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Alison, Alan, thanks a lot. Good luck this weekend in Chicago. And that is it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.